What's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
What's going on, big dog? What's the word?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. I'm just watching your show, man. I enjoy watching your show.
I'm happy that you're
But
here, big dog.
well, yeah, man. Me, the whole new term, foundational Black American. I definitely understand that term. My father, who's a retired math teacher. His father was also from ancestry of slavery. He was a science teacher, and my mother people were Lumdi Indians coming down North Carolina. All right, but classified as Negro, because they were not, that clan was not part of the five civilized tribes,
Hmm.
right? So with the current wealth state from 1865 to now, foundational Black Americans or descendants of slaves have not moved up. My father was the only Black math teacher, and you can look into the history of why that was, but he was the only Black math teacher in school. Before that, there was a lot of Black teachers.
Hmm.
We had a lot of our own hospitals, our own clinics. We had a lot of different things that we don't have today.
Hmm.
Now, a lot of that's because of integration. We integrated, and it just weakened everything about our whole culture as a people. It weakened everything.
That's what y'all
I'm
asked for.
39 years
Your
old.
ancestors asked to be integrated.
I think, okay, so when you
Do we
really look
agree
at
on
that
that?
history,
We agree on
okay,
that?
I do agree on that. I agree on that. But when you look at the history, Black people were getting lynched 3 times a day. Now, I'm
Hmm.
from the South. I'm
Hmm.
from North Florida, right? Right. I'm right by Georgia, St. Augustine, Florida, oldest city. They say it's the oldest city in the United States. Who knows? Right? Very, 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 very racist town. Right? Martin Luther King would have got killed in my where I grew up, but he escaped them bombing the homes. He was chased through the beaches. So, but during that time, this is only 50 years ago, Black people were getting lynched
Hmm.
almost 3 times a day.
Hmm.
There was all types of abuse that was
Which
going
was
on.
wrong.
A
Which
lot
is
of times,
wrong.
I think that's what
Which was
that
wrong.
that's what right. That's what I think Black people wanted to stop. If I want to go into a white store and ask for my receipt, there's people who got lynched for that, who asked for their receipt. A lot
Okay,
of like not just two or three, right?
I
So
got you. I'm
those
with
things
you.
were happening.
We on the
Okay,
same
so those
page
things
so
were
far.
happening.
We on the same
Okay,
page.
so all right, so those things were happening frequently. Now when you start getting into the psychology and all the because there's a lot of abuse going on in Black families too that resulted from all that abuse that we endured here in America. A lot of that abuse has been translated down. In my family, I know a lot of brothers, same thing, a lot of abuse from the mind, the mental part of it. Now,
Hmm.
I'm different than most, a lot of Black people, like I grew up skateboarding. So that was considered a white boy sport.
Hmm.
My family
So you
didn't support
integrated
that, even
yourself
though I
into a
was,
white boy sport. White boy sport.
a Black dude introduced it to me in the hood. But when my family moved to the white neighborhood, I was all around white boys and I just excelled quicker than everybody
Why
in
did your
skateboarding. I
family
played
integrate?
basketball too.
Why did your family integrate into a white neighborhood? Why didn't it stay in a black neighborhood?
Because and I asked my mother that a lot, but
Hmm.
I think when we grew up, like I say, so back in the early '90s, I moved into the white area, but I think a lot of Black people see things in the eyes of white folks. I said, well, Mama, if Black people take all their wealth that we have and keep it in the Black area, the wealth will go up.
Hmm.
The wealth will go up, but
Did
we
you
don't
did you
have
hold
that
your mother accountable
codependency.
for that?
I absolutely did. My father too. My
Okay.
father was fighting his own demons, even though my father
You held your
graduated
father
college.
accountable.
Yes, yes. But see, even though my father graduated college, nobody came to his college graduation. So he was by himself. And that's all because there's no support within the family. And that's with a lot of Black families. And I think that's the main problem. But we don't have that same codification. Before integration, we had a code of conduct, we had codification. We did things for ourselves due to the dangers of racism.
So
Like we
did
stayed
you
on
move
code.
back once you found out and you knew better and you held your parents accountable? Did you move back to the hood?
Did I move back? I no, I did not move back, but I do visit often. I do visit often. When
No,
I was
no, no,
growing up,
no, 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 no. Hold on, Trey. Why? How old are you, Trey?
I'm 39.
Why didn't you move back into with the black side of the on the black side of the hood?
Well, I mean, there's nothing there.
Okay, so
There's
go
nothing
rebuild.
there.
What do you mean? Go rebuild. Go build with your people.
You need money to rebuild. That's the whole point.
You 39.
Reparations.
I'm sure
Wait,
you're a
hold on.
working adult, Trey. You're a working adult,
Let's
right?
wait, hold on, real quick. Let's get to the clear thing. Reparations is a debt owed by the federal government.
No, 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 no.
That's a
Hold on,
debt
hold on.
owed.
Before we start begging from other people, I'm trying to I'm trying to get some understanding of who you are as an
No,
individual.
no. A debt is not a begging. A debt
What
is
I'm
not a debt, though.
asking.
You're not begging for a debt.
Wait. What I'm asking is, you said integration was bad, right?
It was a weakening process, yes. But
Hold
I'm
on,
giving you
hold
the
on, hold on,
context of
hold
it.
on,
If we
hold
were
on, hold
get
on.
no,
Hold
there was
on, Trey.
violence
Hold
being
on, Trey.
committed.
Trey, what I'm asking is, why aren't you spending more time around your people and building up in the communities that you're advocating for right now?
I do, but there's only a small group. We
No,
don't have.
Trey.
Listen,
Trey, you just drive
wait,
by. You just drive through, Trey.
real quick. Let me real quick. As a whole, as a group, okay, as a group, black people in America, foundational black Americans or descendants of slaves, whatever you want to call them, we do not have the same code of conduct and codification as immigrants coming into this country, even African immigrants. You know as well as I know that African immigrants that come here, their family dynamic, their family structure is much more intact. They didn't deal with the shit that we dealt here in America.
So you don't have
Even
any.
though we fought
So
for
you don't have any kids,
it, wait,
right?
hold on.
So you don't have any
Wait,
kids,
hold on for a
right?
second.
Well, no, because
We have fought, we,
I don't want to skip points. I want to go point by point by point. So you don't have any
okay.
kids.
Do I have any children?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have children. Yes,
And you married and everything, right?
I am.
And you raised your children in the black community, not over in the integrated side, right?
Um, in detail, no, well, see, I'm
Come on, Trey. You know what we asking
right
here.
now, we're, right now the country's integrated. So that's not, I can't,
Oh
I
no, Trey.
grew
You
up,
know that there's a black side of town and there's a white side of town. Your mother is not
well,
that far removed when they moved over into the white neighborhood. I'm sure the neighborhood is just as white as it was, with a couple more dots and specks in there. Why didn't you raise your
and,
children over into the non-integrated side of the tracks?
my oldest son, he's 19. He's in tech school. He did grow up around black folks
What does that
and and,
mean?
and, and went to school and whatnot. But what I'm trying,
What does that mean? He
all
grew
I'm
up
trying to
around
tell
black
you,
folks. What does that mean?
that means he grew up around he went to school with black folks and white folks.
No, that's integration, Trey.
Right.
Why didn't he go to
Do you
school
understand?
with primarily 98% black people?
Wait, hold on. See, to understand what I'm talking about, man, we have to understand history.
Okay. All right.
We have to history defines the damn mystery. Black people did not have the back if you go talk to black people 50, 60 years ago, and they'll tell you what the schools were like. They'll tell you what we had and what we didn't have, and the violence that occurred with that caused us, hey, and then see a lot of black businesses went down the drain because black folks wanted to go to white businesses.
But you doing the
Now that's
same
something with the
thing.
mind state.
You're doing the same thing. You
That's
going to their
something with the mind
schools.
state.
You going to their schools. You spending time around them. You raising your kids around them. You doing the
Even
very
football
same.
players.
No. You held your parents accountable for the very same thing in what you're doing to your children. So should your children hold you accountable when they get old enough for what it is that you did to them? The same thing that your parents did. See, I look at it differently. I think that your parents actually gave you a better opportunity by removing you from the environments that wasn't going to be conducive to your future. I think you should be praising your family as a result of it. But you're doing the same thing that you held your parents accountable for. How is that?
I'm not doing my father. Let me give you. I'm gonna give you an example of my father. Even though my
Okay.
father graduated college or whatnot, I remember one time at the Avenues Mall in Jacksonville when it was first built. I saw a black man that was a janitor, and I'm still in elementary school. I'm probably third grade, And I said, hey, look at him. I said, why are a lot of the black folks doing these jobs? You know,
Mm.
he laughed at that black man. He laughed at him. Now that's what I'm talking about with the mind, how a black man will look down on another black man, even though he has an honest living. My father was just a math teacher. Okay, so what? He's just a math teacher, you know. He wasn't a good one either at that. He didn't stay after school. It was just a job to him.
How can you
But he
sit there and
laughed at
say
that
your
black
father
man.
wasn't a good math teacher?
Because he wasn't. He wasn't. That, but he laughed at the janitor. Now I knew as a young boy, I knew as a young boy that wasn't right to laugh at that other black man who was working an honest living.
Did your father
And my
put food
father
on?
thought,
Did he put food on the table? Did he make sure that y'all was clothed? Did he make sure that you get to school every day?
I'm just, you know, I'm not, I'm, yeah, he did. I'm giving you the mindset of a black man that will look down on another black man who's doing an
You doing
honest
the
living. Is
same
that
thing to
right?
your father. You putting down your own
No, no, no,
father.
no. I'm critiquing my father on because he was always like that. If a person he
You
got a
led.
bachelor's
Listen,
degree,
I've never met your father a day in my life, and you led the conversation by saying he was just a math teacher and he wasn't even that good,
to
and he wasn't even that good.
look
You
down
do, listen, listen.
down,
Everything that
and
you
I'm
doing,
saying
everything that you're doing right now, you're doing the exact same thing that you're trying to hold people accountable for. You held your mother and your
no, I
father
disagree.
accountable
I
for moving
disagree.
you out of the hood and integrating you into white
No, no, no,
neighborhoods
no,
in
no,
which
no.
you
Let me tell
raise
you
your
something. Wait,
children.
hold on.
You raising your
Wait.
children
When
in
my
the
parents
exact
moved
same
to the white
environment.
neighborhood, when you move to the white neighborhood, you're supposed to tell your children. When you move to a white neighborhood, that has, my mother living in $1 million home right now. When you move to a white neighborhood, you're supposed to
Sounds like
tell
she,
your
wait,
children
wait, wait. It sounds like she
when you
raised you
move
well.
when you move to a white neighborhood. See, a lot of black people don't read books. I'm sure you agree with that. A lot of black people don't read. We don't. As a
Wait.
group, we
Hold
don't.
on, hold on. Trey. Stop for 1 second. Your mother lived in $1 million home. Your father was in your life. He added value into your life. He went to work every single day
No,
and
no, no, no. He
hold
didn't. I didn't.
on,
I didn't
Trey.
say. I didn't
Hold
say.
on, Trey. Hold
I
on,
didn't say
Trey.
my father added
Trey.
value in my life. I didn't say that.
Trey.
I didn't say that.
Trey.
I
Did
didn't say that.
your
I'm saying
father
when you
wasn't
move to
your
a
father
white
wasn't
neighborhood, you're supposed to know what's going on in the white neighborhood. You're supposed to tell your children what is going on with these white folks in this neighborhood. Because people used to do this, like little gun gestures when I used to ride by on my bike. This was white people. They didn't know how to deal with that because they didn't read. They didn't read anything. They were raised by ignorant black folks too, and they didn't read anything. So I was in danger when I was in those white neighborhoods. I was in danger. We was the only black family in the neighborhood. I was in danger.
what
Nobody talked
and
about.
so wait, so hold on. So
So that
based
wasn't
off
that wasn't
wait. So based off of that danger, what happened to you?
What do you mean?
What did they do to you?
Oh well, I can give you one example where
Yeah, tell me.
in St. Augustine, Florida,
Mm-hmm.
we lived next to a railroad track in the south part of the town.
And the $1 million
We used
house.
to well, back then, again, I'm 39. I'm talking about my mother now lives in that, but I'm saying back then it was a house that was built. But anyway, it was a
Listen,
whole white neighborhood.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Trey, and I want to hear your answer. I literally just had that
Okay.
done by somebody that looked like me in Detroit just the other day. They was like clapping on. I clapped this. Who is this nigga?
Well, I
I had a
understand.
black person rob me,
Detroit, man,
carjack
look,
me, and try to take me from my own family just the other day. So
Detroit,
okay, so tell me.
Detroit.
Hold on, wait. Okay, so let's go back. I don't want to get distracted. Tell me what the
Okay,
white
yeah.
people did to you in your neighborhood that prevented you from being successful.
No, they didn't prevent. No, they didn't prevent me from being successful. I'm talking about when you move into a white neighborhood. I think it's very important for black parents to tell their children.
Well, no. The white people. What did they do to you?
Don't know. There should be no surprises about what I'm dealing with when you move
What
to the
did
white neighborhood at the
what
time.
did the white people do to you? What did the white people do to you?
Well, there were a lot of threats. Um, Pulling up, like I knew, like I knew better when I was walking down those trails. Going to the lake to go fishing and stuff like that. Holding my skateboard. I knew that if I saw a truck going down that railroad track, I knew to get up back on the ravine and get back to my house
So
quickly.
what
I knew not
happened
to
to
stay
you?
on that railroad.
What did they do
But
to you?
one time, two white dudes got out the car.
Yeah.
One grabbed the rifle out the truck.
Yeah.
I immediately ran. I ran up the hill. They were probably about 15 feet away. One of them. one of them, he was 2 grades above me, but he was with some older white dudes. I don't know. I did not know. But
I'm gonna
I'm
just
just
be
saying it was
honest with you,
mostly
Trey. I'm gonna
correct.
be honest with you, Trey. I have to take your word for it, but it sound cap. Are you telling me?
Well, that's
Wait.
fine.
You
I can
telling
tell you
me,
the
Trey?
names.
Trey,
We in St.
Trey,
Augustine,
Trey,
Florida,
Trey,
man.
Trey,
Look
Trey,
it
Trey,
up, man.
Trey, Trey. You telling me these guys pulled up on you with a pickup truck, right?
Yes, yes.
Got the gat out the back of the truck, and you
19,
and you and you
1998,
and you
1998.
outran them, and they was just like, "There go Trey, he outrunning us," and that was the end of the conversation.
One of the white dudes were in the truck that I knew in school,
Yeah,
and the other two, I told my parents about it too. They couldn't. They didn't know what to do. They could. What could they do? What could they do? They
Trey, how
wasn't
did
built
you
right.
get away? They were in the pickup truck. How did you get away?
When you're on those railroad tracks, there's a ravine on the side with a long trail that was
They didn't
built by
chase
four
you.
wheelers.
They didn't chase you at
They
all.
did not chase me. They did not chase me. No,
They
they
just
did not
got out
chase
the
me.
truck and just
They did
did
not
like
chase me.
this, and you ran
They,
and out
they
there
made they
together.
made threats. They made verbal threats, and one of them said, "Get the rifle out of the truck."
And they jumped
And
out.
as soon as they knew, one of them knew who I was. Again,
Mm.
listen, I'm in a white neighborhood, man. The white girls are on me. You know, I didn't know that back then, but as I got older,
Did
I
you
tell
bust
my
any of
son
them
now,
down? Did you bust any of them down?
yeah. Hey, look, hey, hey,
Oh, 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 Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, thank you, Jesus, for this live stream. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. Trey, it sounds like
no,
you already got your reparations.
but no,
Trey, did you
no,
get
but
your
when I
Trey, did you get your reparations all already?
hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. When I was young, and I was I did put myself in dangerous situations, going to white girls' homes when their father wasn't there. You
Oh,
know, that I
oh,
that was true.
Jesus. Oh my God.
But as far as the the wealth, where we at wealth, man, from the wealth perspective, we're not in a good spot, man. We haven't been in a good spot for a very long time. As
No,
black people,
Trey,
the statistics are out, man. You can look at them.
Trey, Trey. This is not a good thing for you, big dog.
Do you think Ukrainians deserve what they get when they come here?
Trey, Trey. You was fucking on white girls right after you ran from them into the forest, into the ravine. Is
What's that
that
got to do with reparations?
is that what you telling me, Trey?
I was a kid, man. I was in middle school, high school, like going into high school, man.
How many white girls you fucked, Trey?
Huh?
Huh?
What's that?
What's that?
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Huh? Who name hum around here? You heard every word I said all this whole live stream, and all of a sudden you got selective hearing. How many white girls you fucked, Trey?
Man, come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. I'm I'm
Trey,
I'm married,
Trey,
man. I'm
Trey,
married, and it's a good
Trey,
thing.
Trey. Dr. Umar Johnson would not accept this as an answer, and he would give you 1,000 lashes for messing with snow bunnies.
Man, listen. I like Dr. Claude Anderson. I like Tariq Nasheed. I don't really listen to
Oh, don't go
Umar. Like, I
blackity
like
black on
Umar
us
too.
now, Trey. Don't go blackity black on us
You
now,
know
Trey. Trey. Trey.
what,
They,
man?
they was good to you, wasn't they? They
What's
did.
that?
Them white girls, them snow bunnies.
No, nah, man. I try not to think about it, man. It was dangerous. It
How
was
many?
dangerous.
How many?
It
Two,
was
three,
dangerous.
4.
Just one. Just one. Just one.
Trey.
Just one. It was dangerous, man.
Trey.
I can tell you the whole story, but I really gonna get it. It was what I used to do when I was a kid in those white areas, going in those neighborhoods, and when the white father wasn't home. I could have got killed, man. You
You
know, I
went,
didn't even think of the
but you
days.
went for it. You went for it though.
I did, I did, I did, I did.
Integration.
But 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 what I'm saying is for reparations, I think it's definitely much needed, and it's a debt owed, man. It really is, man.
Old to
It's a debt
who?
owed, and that's
Old to
based on
who?
facts. That's based on facts, man.
Old to who? Who is it? Is it old? Is it old to you? Your parents? You said your mother lived in $1 million house, right?
What's that?
Is old to you and your mother
Yeah,
and
she,
your
yeah,
parents?
yeah. Well, what's that? Yeah, my mother lives, but yeah, she does live. Yeah, she does live. Now, I mean, she's married. She's married. She got a, you know, she did what she had to do. But what I'm saying, direct descendants of slaves should receive what they were owed. It's in the history books. They were supposed to
How
give us
much? How
what
much
they
you want,
owed. They
Trey?
never received.
How much you want, Trey?
As a group, as a group.
How much do you want? How much you want? How much you want as an individual?
If they was giving everybody 350,000, 400,000, along with tax benefits and things like that, same thing the Indians get, same thing natives get, man.
So you want
Same thing they receive actually.
$400,000 and what kind of tax benefits? What else?
Well, everybody says land. I don't think there's any land to give. I heard black people talk about land. I think
What
that's
tax?
kind
You
of
said
silly. There's
tax
really no
benefits.
land to
You
receive.
want 400,000 and what tax benefits?
No taxes. No taxes on that money.
Okay, so you just get a flat 400,000 and you good?
No. This is for a couple of years. This ain't no one time thing, Bubba.
So what do you
This is
want?
not one
Tell me
time.
what you want.
Are you familiar? Wait,
Tell me
wait,
what
hold
you
on. Let me
want,
ask. Wait,
Trey.
hold on, real quick. I need to ask this question. Are you familiar with Black history in America?
Trey, you are avoiding the question.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Wait,
Are
Trey,
you
Trey,
because
Trey, Trey, Trey,
you're
Trey,
familiar with
Trey,
business? You're
Trey,
familiar with business, but are
Trey.
you familiar with Black
Please,
history in
Trey, hold
America
on.
and
Wait,
how
wait,
it?
wait, 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 wait. Trey, you avoiding the question. You trying to divert our
No,
attention.
you haven't
I'm
answered one of my
asking you
questions. Not one.
specifically. I'm asking you specifically. What all do you want from the Biden administration and Kamala
Oh, the
Harris?
Biden's not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
Okay,
They're not going to do
cool.
it. They
Okay,
already
so it's
said
gonna
that
come out.
already.
Biden is running for a second term. What do you want?
Right.
Break down exactly what you want as an individual.
Okay. To be honest with you, you know what I want? To be honest, what
Mm-hmm.
I want,
Mm-hmm.
I will, and I tell my mother this all the time. And I even ask, even her husband. He's 79 from Georgia, or I'm sorry, he's 81. Wealthy black man. I ask him this same question too. This is what I really want outside of money and reparations. I
Mm-hmm.
want black people
No,
to
what do
actually
you
be able to
want in
claim their land.
reparations?
Wait,
Not for
hold on. I'm
black
telling
people
you.
and
I'm
all of
telling
that.
you.
Trey,
I am
Trey,
telling
Trey.
you. I am telling you.
No, you said
No.
outside
I'm telling
reparations.
you.
What do
I'm
you
telling you.
want as a reparation? What do you want?
I already told you. I told you for me personally. For me, if they were saying, because right now they're doing it in California right now, they're saying something like, I think it's 800,000. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but they doing it in California right now. Here in Florida, which I don't think is going to happen because it's different in Florida. But I think if they were giving American descendants of slaves here in Florida 450,
You said
um,
350. Now it's
free,
450.
I said no, I said 350 to 450.
You said
School,
350
free
to
school,
400. You said 350 to 400.
somewhere around there.
Okay, so we gonna
Do
go
I
up
think we're
another.
going to get
We
it?
gonna
Do
go
I
up
think we're
another
going to
50.
get it?
We gonna
No.
go up another $50,000. So now it's
We need,
450.
man. There's trillions of dollars they owe. They owe trillions.
Trey,
Economists
Trey,
has already
Trey,
put this
Trey,
out there.
Trey,
They
Trey,
owe
Trey.
trillions.
Trey,
They owe
what
trillions. They
do
owe
you want?
trillions.
You want 450 and what else?
Trillions. They want trillions.
You want 450 and then what else?
450. I think. For me, 450. Free school for my children, for my lineage.
So you want
Free
to go to
school if they
college? You
want
want
to
to go to
go.
college for free?
Business. I want. I want business grants. I want business grants. The
How
same. I
much
want
you
the
want in
same
business
business grants with
grants?
low interest rate.
How much you want in
I
business
want
grants?
business.
That's not a grant.
Listen.
If you getting a low interest rate, it's not a
Listen.
grant. It's a loan. So you want a loan or
Listen.
you want a grant? Which one is it?
hold on for a second. Hold on. So
You want a
one thing at
loan
a
or you
time.
want a
Let's slow
grant?
roast this for a minute. Let's slow roast this for a minute. What I'm
Okay.
telling you is this: in the state of Florida, if they are giving everybody 500,000, some people, some black people are going to
You
do it
said
right. Some
450,
black people
Trey.
will not.
You said 350,
Some
400, 450. Now it's 500. What do you want, Trey?
listen,
You want okay? Let me run it
listen. I
down.
want them.
Right.
I want the numbers. The
So
numbers can
far, so
change
far,
no
you
matter no.
said
From
no. The
I'm not.
numbers
Hey,
can't
listen.
change. The
I'm
numbers
not an
can't change.
economist.
The
I'm
numbers
not an
can't change.
economist. I'm not an economist.
So
I'm
how
not.
you
But
gonna
I
sit here
know
and
black
ask for
people
something and you don't even know what you want?
because it's as a group, it's trillions old. It's trillions.
How
You can't
much
put
do
one number as an
you,
individual.
as an individual, want?
If the basis was $8 trillion, all the American descendants of slaves is going to split that amongst each other.
How
If it was
much do
eight
you
trillion that they
want?
owe.
How much you want, Trey?
If it was 8 trillion, I don't have my calculator on me right now, man. I'm
What
not.
do you want?
I'm a
You
C
want
student
you
just like
want
you.
450.
I'm a C
You
student.
want free college. You want loans. You want low interest loans, and what else?
Well, for me, I want. I think we definitely need a codification. I want that too. I
Who?
want black people to be on code with each other. I said that out of anything that I want, outside of, because money come and go. You know, a lot of black people fuck up money, but we don't have a code of conduct as a people to work as a team. Do you agree? Do we have that right now in 2023 in Black America?
I don't want to be on code with these niggas.
Okay,
I don't
you
want to be on code with these
who
niggas.
want? Come on, everybody is not whatever you describing right now, man. Everybody's not like
Correct.
that.
It's a difference
Everybody,
between a
there's some niggas out.
black man and a nigga, and it's the difference between a black woman and a hoe. I don't want to be on code with all of these people. I only want to be on code with the people that's going in the direction that I'm going in, Trey.
Me either. But I'm saying when you say these words,
What do
man,
you
like a
mean?
hoe, like when I hear the word hoe, I automatically think of a woman who has now if women
Say
if
that again.
I
You
mean if
all
you're trying to say
automatically think of
black
what? Hold on. You blurt. You went out a little
these
bit. Your
these
connection that
terms.
went out. You said when you think of a hoe, you think of
Okay,
what?
I'm sorry. I said when I hear hoes, when I hear the term hoe, I automatically think of a woman that's having sex, using her body for money. Now if I think of a woman who has a bad attitude, who's
That's
not going
all the
in a
women
positive
that's out
direction.
here that's having sex outside of marriage and in marriage.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm glad I'm married, man. You're married too, so
Yes, I
but
am.
I think
Trey, you wouldn't happen to be
I think
married
we
to a
need a
snow bunny, would you?
say it again.
You wouldn't happen to be married to a snow bunny, would you?
A snow bunny? No, no, no. I'm not married to a snow bunny.
Is
I'm not
is
married to a white woman.
is she an African descendant of slaves?
Yes, she is.
Okay, I was just making sure. Trey, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But
Just want to
we,
make
we
sure
don't
you
have
on.
a code of
I was
conduct.
making sure you was on code, Trey. I was making sure you was on code.
We don't. We don't have a code of conduct, man. Like I thought, like I think we should to be able to build our wealth, man. We really don't. You know what I mean? Like a lot of brothers, like okay, let me give you. When I talk about stocks with some of my homeboys, I went to that. Even my cousins, they laugh at me. My
Whose fault
first
is
stock was
that?
Nike.
Whose fault
It's
is
not my
that?
fault. It's not my fault. Nobody. It shows you where a lot of black dudes are. Like it's hard for me to get around a lot of black dudes. I'm usually just me and my family, but it's hard to get around a lot of black dudes who think like me, who read books, who have an open mind, who have an intellectual curiosity on things, how money work. Things that we wasn't taught within our family. A lot of us weren't taught about money, man. You know what I mean?
So
We
you
taught
should
how
have
to
blamed
spend money.
you should have blamed your mama that's living in that $1 million house. Then you held her accountable for
Hey,
everything
hey,
else. You
but
should
yeah,
have
we
you
talked
should have
about it.
blamed your father who just so happened to be up. So you got a mother that lived in a $1 million house and a father that was a math teacher, and you wasn't taught about financial literacy.
My father, my father told me when I told my father, I said, Dad, maybe I can go to college. Maybe I can do it in 10th grade. He told me I wasn't college material. But when you look at my transcripts, my weakest subject was math. That was my week. Reading.
Did you
I
go to
always read
college?
books.
Did you go to college?
I did not go to. I didn't go to college. No,
It's not too late. You
I
can
didn't go
still
to college.
go. You can
I
still
know
go right
it's
now.
not. It's definitely not too late. I mean, I'm looking into it now. But I'm just saying, like my father, even though he went to college, his mind wasn't where it needed to be for him to make a statement like that. I'm not a criminal. I never been never got in trouble with the law. Never that, man. I got a pretty good job, for what it can be, but I work at a hospital. So,
Sound like your parents did a good job raising you. Then you should give them a little
well,
bit
I
more.
read a lot of,
You should give them a little bit more
well,
credit.
I read,
You should give your mother and your
well,
father a lot more credit than you give them.
my mother, again, man, when you're raised, I don't know if you was raised in the South, but,
I wasn't.
um, and I worked in the mental health field, so I worked around black children. I've been in different meetings with black families when like a child was Baker acted or things like that. And I see there's a lot of the same dynamics within the family, man.
Listen,
If
listen,
my father,
Trey.
what's that?
Your
No,
father
no, I'm
was
just
there.
saying
Your
within the
father
family.
was there in your life. What I think you leaving out a
Nah,
lot
but
of
he
time.
wasn't.
I think
But
I
he
think
was in the household.
I
He
think
was in
you're
the
leaving.
household, but
Your
he
father
wasn't
was there in
present,
your
man.
life. The father was there in your
No,
life.
he wasn't.
He worked
No, he
every
wasn't.
day. He worked every day. I'm sure you leaving out a lot of additional context of what it is that you did in order to stress out your fucking parents. But in
No, no,
addition to
no. I
that,
never.
in addition to that, I think
No,
that
no, no.
I think that based off of what you're communicating to me right now, you are spoiled.
My father,
You are
my father,
spoiled.
my
You are
father.
spoiled.
Wait,
You
wait,
are
hold on.
running. You are running in the. You
Wait a
are
minute.
running in the.
My
You are spoiled.
father had a drug
Stop,
problem.
stop,
Wait a
stop,
minute.
stop,
My
stop,
father had a
stop,
drug
stop,
problem.
stop,
My
stop. Hold
father
on, Trey.
he had a drug
Hold on,
problem.
Trey. Hold on,
He
Trey.
had a drug problem.
Trey. You are spoiled. You are running in the Victim Olympics, and you need to give your parents more credit for doing the thing that was in your best interest in raising you and giving you what you needed to stand as a man.
Yeah.
A lot of guys didn't even
Well,
have
yeah.
it.
Well, I'm
A
definitely
lot of guys
ten
didn't even have their
ten
father in their
toes
life.
down, man. No,
A lot of guys didn't even have.
you don't
A lot of
understand. You don't
guys didn't
understand.
even
No, no,
have their
no. You
father
don't
in their life.
understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. I'm not. Based on, I haven't really told you anything. I've told you that my father was in my life. But he
You
didn't have a
did. You
father.
discredited him. You
My father.
discredit.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you know what you told me? You told
My
me that you
father.
held your mother
Let me ask you a
accountable,
question.
and you said that
My
you
father
held your
did not have
father
a father.
accountable, and you said your father was there in the household, but he didn't add any value into your life. That he fucking went to work every day, but he wasn't a good math teacher. Man,
He didn't have a. He didn't.
and you held your mother accountable for integrating you into a better school so that you would have a better opportunity after you went and
No.
fucked the white girl. That's what you told me about your parents.